Seniors, take these 5 vitamins with lunch to protect heart health. As we age, protecting our heart health becomes more than just a medical recommendation. It becomes a daily priority. For seniors, especially those over 60, the risk of heart-related issues such as high blood pressure, plaque buildup, and arterial stiffness increases significantly. The heart, after all, is a tireless organ. It's been pumping for decades, working behind the scenes to keep you alive, energetic, and moving. But just like any machine that's been running for a long time, it needs regular care. And that care includes more than just prescriptions or doctor visits. It starts with what you fuel your body with, and that includes the right vitamins at the right time. Lunchtime is often overlooked as a key moment for supporting cardiovascular health, but it might actually be the best time to take essential heart protective nutrients. Why? Because many of the vitamins that are crucial for your heart are fat-soluble, which means they absorb better when taken with food that contains healthy fats, something most people naturally include in their lunch. Plus, your body's metabolism is typically most active during the middle of the day, which can help in properly utilizing those nutrients. So if you're over 60, it's time to get serious about giving your heart what it needs to keep beating strong for the long haul. Below are 5 science-backed vitamins seniors should take with their lunch, and exactly how they protect your heart from the inside out. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from, and how's your heart health lately? If you're over 60 and focused on staying strong, energized, and protected, you're in the right place. 1. Vitamin D3, more than just sunshine in a bottle. While most people associate vitamin D with bone health or sunshine, few realize how profoundly it impacts the cardiovascular system, especially for adults over 60. As we age, our ability to produce vitamin D from sun exposure declines dramatically due to changes in skin physiology and lifestyle. Many seniors also avoid direct sunlight or use sunscreen regularly, which, while protecting against skin cancer, can further limit vitamin D synthesis. The result? Widespread deficiency. And unfortunately, that deficiency isn't just weakening bones. It may be silently stressing your heart. Low levels of vitamin D have been linked to several risk factors for cardiovascular disease, including elevated blood pressure, endothelial dysfunction, increased arterial stiffness, and higher levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation. Studies suggest that vitamin D3, the more bioavailable form, helps improve the flexibility of arteries, calms inflammation in blood vessels, and supports the inner lining of the vascular system, known as the endothelium, all of which are vital to maintaining a healthy heart and preventing long-term damage. Taking vitamin D3 with lunch, particularly a meal containing some dietary fat like olive oil, fatty fish, or even a handful of nuts, ensures better absorption since this is a fat-soluble vitamin. Experts generally recommend 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, but those with very low levels may need more under medical supervision. And remember, vitamin D doesn't act alone. It works synergistically with other nutrients like magnesium and vitamin K2, so a well-rounded supplement routine matters. In short, vitamin D3 is one of the simplest, most affordable tools for aging well, not just for your bones, but for your heart, blood vessels, and even immune function. If you've been skipping it, it might be time to reconsider, and the best time to take it is right alongside your midday meal. 2. Magnesium. The underrated mineral. Your heart is quietly craving. Though often overlooked in favour of more glamorous nutrients, magnesium is an unsung hero when it comes to heart health, and it's one that many seniors are unknowingly deficient in. Aging reduces your body's ability to absorb magnesium efficiently, and many medications commonly used later in life, including diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and even some blood pressure drugs, further drain this vital mineral. Add in the fact that processed foods dominate many diets today, and it's no surprise that magnesium deficiency is quietly widespread, particularly in older adults. But the consequences of low magnesium go far beyond just muscle cramps or fatigue. Magnesium plays a critical role in maintaining a steady heartbeat, preventing spasms in blood vessels, relaxing the arterial walls, and regulating blood pressure. All key factors for keeping your cardiovascular system functioning smoothly. It also has a calming effect on the nervous system and is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, including those that influence blood sugar balance and inflammation, both of which are intimately linked to heart disease. Taking magnesium with lunch not only maximizes its absorption, especially when taken with food containing fiber and healthy fats, but it also helps avoid any digestive discomfort that can sometimes occur when taken on an empty stomach. The most effective and gentle forms for absorption include magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate, and most seniors benefit from a daily dose of 200 to 400 mg, depending on individual needs and medical history. Restoring your magnesium levels doesn't just help your heart beat more smoothly. It may also help you sleep better, reduce stress, and improve insulin sensitivity. In short, magnesium might not make headlines, but for your aging heart, it's nothing short of essential. 3. CoQ10, your heart's cellular spark. Plug after 60. Aging is natural, but that doesn't mean we have to accept fatigue, declining heart strength, or reduced energy as unavoidable parts of the journey. In fact, some of the most important changes we face after 60 happen deep inside the cells, particularly in the mitochondria, the tiny power plants that fuel nearly every function in the body. And at the center of this energy-generating system is a critical nutrient, coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10. Think of CoQ10 as the spark plug that keeps the engine of your heart running smoothly. Your body makes it naturally, and in younger years you likely had plenty. But after age 60, your production of CoQ10 drops sharply, just when your heart, muscles, and brain still depend on it for optimal function. And if you're one of the many older adults taking statin medications to control cholesterol, the problem may be even worse. That's because statins, while effective at lowering LDL levels, also block the pathway your body uses to produce CoQ10, leaving your cells starved of energy and more vulnerable to stress and damage. That's where supplementation becomes not just helpful, but potentially vital. Taking CoQ10 daily, especially in its more bioavailable form called ubiquinol, can restore what age and medications have depleted. When taken with lunch, particularly a meal containing healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, or almonds, absorption improves dramatically. Once in your system, CoQ10 doesn't just help produce energy, it actively supports the heart muscle, helps regulate blood pressure, and reduces oxidative stress, a major contributor to cardiovascular disease and aging in general. For seniors, these benefits can be life-changing. Many people over 60 report improvements in energy levels, mental clarity, and even exercise tolerance after just a few weeks of consistent CoQ10 use. It can also help combat common statin-related side effects like muscle fatigue or soreness. Most healthcare providers recommend a daily dose between 100 to 200 millimoles of ubiquinol, depending on your needs and medications. It's a small capsule, but its impact can be significant, especially when it comes to preserving your independence, staying active, and protecting the one organ you rely on more than any other, your heart. 4. Vitamin K2, the overlooked nutrient that keeps calcium working for you, not against you. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, we've likely been told countless times how important calcium is for keeping our bones strong. And while that's absolutely true, there's a piece of the puzzle that's often missing from the conversation, and that missing piece could make the difference between supporting your heart or unintentionally harming it. That missing link is vitamin K2, a quiet but powerful nutrient that acts as your body's internal calcium traffic cop. Here's the thing, calcium isn't automatically good just because you're getting more of it. Without the right signals and helpers, calcium can easily stray from its proper destination, your bones and teeth, and end up where it absolutely shouldn't be, your arteries. When calcium begins to build up in the blood vessels, it forms arterial plaque, a stiff, calcified layer that can harden arteries, raise blood pressure, and significantly increase the risk of heart attack or stroke. This silent process, known as arterial calcification, becomes more common with age, especially in people over 60. That's where vitamin K2, particularly in its most studied form called MK7, becomes critically important. K2 activates special proteins in your body, most notably osteocalcin, which binds calcium to your bones, and matrix GLA protein, which prevents calcium from settling in your arteries and other soft tissues. Without K2, even if you're taking calcium and vitamin D3, you might be unknowingly increasing your cardiovascular risk. Why? Because while vitamin D3 enhances calcium absorption, only K2 ensures it goes to the right places. Taking vitamin K2 with lunch, especially one containing healthy fats like salmon, avocado, or olive oil, improves absorption, since it's a fat-soluble vitamin. A daily dose of 90 to 180 mcg of MK7 is considered effective by many health professionals, and it's a simple habit that can yield long-term benefits. While fermented foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish, are rich in K2, they're unfamiliar to most Western diets, which is why supplementation is often the most practical and reliable approach. For anyone over 60 who's serious about maintaining bone strength without sacrificing heart health, vitamin K2 is a game changer. It doesn't get the spotlight as often as calcium or vitamin D, but it's the critical nutrient that ties them together, ensuring the calcium you're working so hard to get actually helps you, instead of hurting you. Protect your bones, safeguard your arteries, and let vitamin K2 be the unsung hero in your daily routine. If you're ready to support your heart, boost circulation, and feel more alive with every meal, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss simple, senior-friendly health tips that truly work. 5. Omega-3 fatty acids, the natural anti-inflammatory for your aging heart. When it comes to protecting your heart as you age, few nutrients have been studied more or proven more effective than omega-3 fatty acids, especially the types known as EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, found primarily in cold water fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These powerful fats play a vital role in maintaining the health of your blood vessels, reducing inflammation, and keeping your heart rhythm steady. But unfortunately, most seniors simply don't get enough of them through diet alone. Research shows that omega-3s can significantly lower triglyceride levels, which are fats in the blood that increase heart disease risk. They also help to regulate blood pressure, reduce the buildup of arterial plaque, and protect against arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats that become more common as we grow older. One of the most critical benefits of omega-3s for older adults is their ability to counteract chronic inflammation. The silent fire within the body that damages blood vessels, stiffens arteries, and contributes to nearly every form of heart disease. Taking your omega-3 supplement with lunch, ideally one that includes a healthy fat like olive oil, avocado, or nuts, can greatly improve absorption, since these are fat-soluble nutrients. It also helps prevent the unpleasant fishy burps or reflux that sometimes occur when fish oil is taken on an empty stomach. Many experts recommend a daily dose of 1,000 millicolons of combined EPA and DHA, Although some seniors with high triglycerides or heart conditions may benefit from higher doses under medical supervision. If you're not regularly eating oily fish at least 2 to 3 times per week, then adding a high-quality fish oil supplement or algal oil, if you're vegetarian or vegan, can act like nutritional insurance for your cardiovascular system. Just make sure to choose a brand that is molecularly distilled and tested for purity and potency, free from heavy metals and contaminants. Over time, this simple daily habit can help reduce your risk of heart attack, stroke, and sudden cardiac death, while also supporting brain health, joint function, and overall longevity. In other words, omega-3s are one of the smartest and safest supplements you can take to help your heart age gracefully and powerfully. Taking care of your heart doesn't have to mean drastic lifestyle changes, restrictive diets, or complicated health routines. In fact, one of the most effective strategies for supporting long-term cardiovascular health may be as simple as choosing the right supplements and taking them at the right time. By incorporating key nutrients into your midday meal, you give your body the support it needs during a critical part of the day when absorption is optimized and energy demands are high. For older adults, especially those over 60, this habit can become a daily act of prevention, one that strengthens your heart and protects you from silent, creeping risks like high blood pressure, arterial calcification, and chronic inflammation. When paired with a wholesome lunch, especially one that includes healthy fats, these 5 nutrients, vitamin D3, magnesium, CoQ10, vitamin K2, and omega-3 fatty acids, work together like a protective force field for your heart. They help regulate blood flow, maintain healthy rhythm, reduce oxidative stress, support artery flexibility, and ensure that critical minerals like calcium go where they're needed, not where they cause harm. For seniors, building this lunchtime ritual isn't just about adding years to life. It's about adding quality to those years. More energy, less pain, fewer health scares, more time doing what you love with the people you love. Of course, every body is different. Before starting any new supplement regimen, it's always smart to consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider, especially if you're on prescription medications or managing existing health conditions. But don't underestimate the power of timing, consistency, and intention. Protecting your heart doesn't have to wait for a crisis. It can start today, quietly, simply, and effectively, at the lunch table. Your heart works around the clock for you. Maybe it's time to return the favor. Which of these vitamins are already part of your daily routine? And which one surprised you? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend or loved one who needs a little extra heart protection at lunchtime. Thanks for watching. Always remember, eat like a person, not like a patient.